Hi, it's Cassie. Today we're on day 20. Oh my goodness, it's nearly the end. But I'm very excited for today. We're going to um, play with, sorry, I just noticed that this is messed up and I want to fix it. We're going to play with foil today, and foil is such a big topic. I could use foil things and teach you foil things for days, like literally. So I just got the different types of foil. We're going to go over the basics. We're going to make some projects and do some fun stuff. But honestly, um, it, we could do this forever. So we're going to get started right away because there's a lot to cover. But that's why also I did it on Saturday. So if we go over a little bit, then hopefully that'll be okay. But anyway, you can also watch the replay if you can't watch live. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. I love foil. It's one of my favorite things. So hi, Robin. Just watching today, getting everything ready for tomorrow. Didn't want to miss another live. Oh, thanks for hanging out. I can't wait to see you tomorrow and eat your yummy food and give you hugs and kisses. I'm very excited. I have lots of presents to wrap today. So okay, so today's prompt is foil, as I said, and then for Carve December, it's umbrella. So hopefully that's a fun, easy one for people to do. Hi, Tish. How are you? I'm so excited you're here. So I did carve an umbrella. I'll show you. So let me flip my camera around. Let's just get started right away because there's so much to cover. There's so many good foil things that you can do, and yeah, it's exciting. So here's my umbrella. There's what it looks like stamped, and here it is live. So just a simple umbrella. It's fun. We may or may not use that today. I'm not sure. But also look at my face from yesterday. If you missed the live, this is what I did yesterday, and that was really fun too. So, okay, so let's get started with foil right away. So there's different kinds of foil. Some are heat heat reactive, like the Spellbinders Glimmer, or Crafter's Companion used to have one as well. I don't know if they really sell it anymore, but they did. And also, yeah, so that's that. I'm just thinking. Okay, and then there's toner foil, um, or or really like a sticky surface. So toner will heat up and stick to the foil when you run it through like a laminator or a mink machine or something like that. So that's that. And so mink foil from Heidi Swap would obviously work, but also deco foil. Deco foil is still around, been around forever, and they have so many great choices. So that is also an option. So this is for toner and sticky things. Okay, so we're going to go over all of it. Please ask questions along the way if if I'm not explaining it well or something doesn't make sense, or you just like you have foil things but you're like, I don't know how to use it. The other way of foiling is with flakes or sheets. I don't have sheets out here, but you can get foil sheets. But then you can also get these flakes, and lots of different brands make them. This is a Sizzix one that I have, but look at how pretty, and you just brush it on. So we're gonna do all these different ways today. So, get comfy, get a beverage, and let's go. The other thing, okay, wait, we'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. So the first thing we're gonna do is the stuff that doesn't take heat because I need to warm up machines. So the first machine we're gonna use, move this out of the way. Good news, if you have any of my Duralar prints or any of the other artists' Duralar prints, you can use them with your deco foil or your toner foil. And we're going to do that because it's amazing and you're going to love it. We'll use that in a minute. So the first machine we're going to use is the Glimmer by Spellbinders. And so I need to plug this in and let it heat up, and then we can use it. So I'm going to get this plugged in. I'll talk about that in a minute, but as soon as this is plugged in, then we'll start with the flakes because they're easy to do and we can do them right now without a machine. How's everybody doing? It's Saturday. I hope you got to maybe have a restful morning or sleep in or just have like nice peaceful time. I'm looking for some nice, quiet, peaceful time here. So, let's see. I'm going to plug this in down here. And I'm doing this live because I just wanted to show you like how long does it take to heat up a machine and what's the process. And I didn't really want to do too much ahead. The only thing I did ahead was put some foil paste. Really, I'm going to talk about what it is and what it does, but you can see it's kind of shiny there. I did 2 different versions and we'll get there. But that has to dry. So I did that ahead of time so that we would be able to use it during the live. Okay. Foiling is so addictive. It's a really easy way to level up your project or whatever you're doing. So I just really love it. And once I get everything out and I get started, I just want to like do it for hours and hours. Okay, so this is the Spellbinders Glimmer machine. Let me show you the whole thing. Here, we'll go sideways. This is the top plate and it clicks in to this base here. Okay, there's like a little connector piece there. Okay, this is like a rubbery kind of surface. This is where your plate will go, and then there's let's make sure the power works. Uh-oh. Is this plugged in? It is, because that's it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there's a power switch right up here once it's plugged in, and then you can see the power is on. Can you see the light is on? And then there's 2 other things here, platform ready and timer, and then there's a button on the bottom. Okay, so I just want you to see those in case you don't have this or you've never used it before. It's kind of off to the side so it can I was gonna say it can charge, but it can heat up. It's already starting to get a little bit warm. It comes with other plates. This is like a little silicone mat that you can have off to the side here for your hot plates when you're done using them. So just safety first, right? I'm going to put this over here kind of off screen so that it's not in my way, but just know that that comes with it. It also comes with, where'd it go? This magnet grabber thing. It's got a magnet on the end here and it's just a handle, and then you can pick up your hot plate so you don't have to touch it with your fingers, and then this releases the magnet. Okay, so that is useful for that. And then it comes with 2 plates, so a top plate just for running it through the machine, and the shim for this is the part that actually touches the heated area. So we'll get to all that in a little bit, but I just want to show you like what comes in the package with the machine if you were to get it. Okay, so we're gonna let that warm up a little bit. I'm gonna turn it off because it's starting to warm up, but we're gonna do this other thing first. And then it's like halfway there, but once it's there, you have to go. So I just wanted to like get it ready and in place. So the first thing we're gonna talk about, I have these they're swirls and flourishes. I don't know if they sell these anymore, but I just want to show you, this is what the shapes look like. And really, honestly, they're just like they're foam adhesive pieces that, why are you not coming out? Oh, I see. You want me to put it on something. Okay. They're like foam squares, but they're in a shape and not a square, right? Other than a square. And so it's just double-sided foam adhesive, basically. So you could cut your own. You could make whatever shapes you want with, if you have a machine that will do it. Let's see. I want to put it on something, just a piece of good paper. Let's see. And we can use it later. Here we go. We'll just put it on here, just a scrap paper. So obviously it's there's adhesive on both sides, and the point of this is just that it's sticky on both sides. And so even if you had like, okay, let me show you this. I'm sorry, I'm tripping over my words right now, and I'm not sure why. So let's say you just have a roll of tape, double stick tape. This happens to be, is it just tape? Yeah, it is. So look, we'll do this too, because this is something that like most people have, right? So I've got some double stick tape. I'm just cutting off a little piece, tearing it off, and I could put this on here too. And we could put foil on that. So think about like, if you're making a project and you just want like a strip of, like a stripe of foil, you could do that. So then you just peel off the top part. So the sticky side is available to you. And honestly, this is like the quickest, easiest way to foil. So if you just want some foil in a pinch, or you're trying to be quick about it, this is a great way to do it. Then you would get your flakes, and flakes come in every color you can imagine, like red, yellow, pink, purple, blue, but also metallics, copper, gold, silver, whatever. Okay, so and lots of companies make them. This is Sizzix. Nuvo has a version. Crafter's Companion has a version. There's lots of them. So we're just going to use this one for today, just to keep it simple, because there's so much to talk about. But I am going to put paper under here. But I do want to say, with flakes, you want to get in, put your stuff down, cover it up right away, because these are very light and they like to float in the air and they like to make a mess. Okay. So I don't mind the mess, but some people do, and you just want to be careful. So if you noticed, they are like, here, let me show you. Look at this, is almost like a little sheet, and it's like the thinnest thing you'll ever experience. Look how easy it comes apart, but it's so beautiful and so much fun to use. So you just press it down. You don't have to do one sheet at a time. When you rub this in, there'll be excess foil, and if you can put it back in the pot, you can do that, no problem. So yeah, let's do that. So what I'm doing now, I've just put the sheets down, and I'm covering all of the adhesive areas. So this is the quickest method, but it also is the messiest method. So if you have a problem with like messy things, then you might want a different way of foiling. I would say if you have an issue with glitter, you might not like this version, so just know yourself and what you like or don't like. Oh, Robin said, good. I'm preparing the crab rangoon and wontons right now. Yum. Oh my goodness. That sounds amazing. You're making me hungry. I can't wait for yummy food tomorrow. I'm gonna not eat today so I can have all the yummy food tomorrow. Okay, so now you can take a little sponge and rub it. You can rub it with your finger. Like there's a little spot up here I missed. And it's very forgiving. Okay, so I'm just gonna rub until it's covered everywhere. Okay, and then we get all the excess off. It's really satisfying. I can't even tell you. I don't know. Do you guys like foil? Let me know, whether you're live or watching the replay, if you like using foil, if you've ever used it before. What's your favorite way to apply foil? Look at this. We have two shapes now that are completely foiled. So pretty. And it takes like a second, and it's just so gorgeous. And look, we did a stripe too with just our double stick tape. So really, really easy, really fun. Okay, so those are flakes. Okay, we're gonna move on because we got more to do. But I'm gonna pick up the foil that I can and put it back in, and then you can use it later. One time, a long time ago, I had a bucket of foil like this, and I forgot to close the lid, and I turned my heat gun on, and it just went poof, like it plumed everywhere. It was not good. So I try to share my mistakes so then other people don't have to make them. It was pretty funny though. All right, so that's that. Moving on. So next we're doing the heat activated foil, which is the Glimmer. Okay, or if you have the Crafter's Companion one, I forget what it was called, but that it's the same exact machine really. All right, so now we have the Glimmer. We're going to turn it back on. It's still pretty warm. These the green light that says platform ready will turn on when it's ready, and the reason I turn it on for a little bit to start warming up and then turn it back off is because when this light goes on, we need to be ready to do the next step. Okay, so I'm going to get some paper. I thought I had paper ready. Let's see. Actually, ooh, I've never tried this, but let's do a book page and see what happens. You want to? I don't know how this will be, but we're gonna try. So this is a Spellbinders plate. So they have glimmer plates and they also have better press plates. So just so you know, the glimmer plates and the better press plates will work for foiling. Okay. So just be aware of that. That's a really fun thing to do. This is just like a paint swoosh kind of thing, and I think it'll be really pretty. We're going to try it on the book page. I've never foiled on a book page, so maybe this isn't the time to do it, but I think, you know, it's really fun to play and practice. So we're doing that. We've got our paper. So whatever paper you're going to put the foiled image on, you want to get that ready, and then you want to get your actual foil ready ahead of time. Okay. So it's really important because timing matters, because if you heat this up too much and you heat your plate up too much, you could overfoil a little bit. It's not the end of the world, but it's just, you know, it's just something to look out for. And then you can also underfoil too. So if you don't heat it up enough, you won't get a full image. So you just sort of have to play with it. There are guidelines, but I think the best way, because all machines are just a little bit different, even like this, you know, even if we both have a glimmer machine, they could just be a little bit different and require a tiny bit different amount of time. So it's just like getting to know your machine, just like any other machine. But I tell you what, it is so much fun. I really, really love foiling. Okay, so I have my roll of foil. Now this is glimmer foil from Spellbinders. So that's, of course, definitely going to work. You could also use the Crafter's Companion foil because it is the same foiling technique that we're doing. Okay, so you just want to cut a piece of foil off of your roll that is going to cover that whole plate. And I've got this rainbow foil here. Why not? Let it be fun and exciting. And then, so you want it to cover your whole plate. Okay. So you just need to get these pieces ready. Now we're going to wait for the platform to be ready. I can feel the heat already. It's warming up. It's going to be ready soon. And we'll have our plate ready to go. And then we'll do the next step. While we're waiting, I'm going to talk about this method of foiling a little bit. This is the heat method. So this plate, if I try to show you up close, the part where it's really flat is the part that's going to foil. Okay. So you could also, you know, run this through maybe with some ink on it and just get an inked image. I don't know what kind of ink would work because it is a coated plate. But you know, it won't work in your better press, so don't try that. Okay, because these plates are a little bit thicker than better press plates and you don't want to ruin your machine. The other thing is, with this system, the glimmer system and the glimmer plates, you also need to have some sort of machine to run it through. So you don't need the plates, but here I have the Spellbinders, I'm forgetting what it's called, Caliber, something like that. Anyway, whatever their machine, I forget the name of their machine. I have the Jane Davenport version because, you know, because that's how I roll. But whatever machine you have, you can use a different machine. Like I think my mom uses her Sizzix, and that works. So just practice, okay? Whatever machine you have. Our green light just came on. So now we're going to put the plate on top and we're going to press the timer, okay? And we're just going to wait for it to go. So you can just leave it like this and it's going to heat up nicely. Sometimes I like to, especially with bigger plates, I like to put this thin shim cloudy plate on top. It like pulls the heat in a little bit faster. So now we wait until this timer light that's flashing will not flash anymore. I'm moving stuff out of the way because I need to pull my cutting machine up so it's ready to go. I'm going to get that ready while we're waiting. Okay, almost there. It's so much fun. Okay, the timer plate, or the timer light went off. So now we're going to put the foil that you're using, color side goes down, so it's touching the plate, and then you put your paper that you're going to foil onto on top of it. Then you put your thin shim and your clear plate. Okay, that's your sandwich. We'll go over the sandwich again in a minute. Take the whole thing off and run it through your die cutting machine. And this is going to put pressure onto that plate so that it will adhere the foil to the paper. Okay, so then I'm going to reseat it. Actually, we'll leave it out for a second just so it doesn't heat up again. Take our plates off and see what we get. Okay, so the sandwich was the plate, the foil face down, so the color side goes down, then your paper, then your two plates. All right, and now looks like it's pretty good. Let's see what we get. Ooh, it needed a little bit longer. I think instead of taking it off, I'm going to go through again. Oh no, I can't because I can't line it up. All right, we're going to do it again. So this, I'm glad this happened because can you see not everything transferred? This is really cool though. Dang, look at that. I love the rainbow. Oh, I love that rainbow. And I like it on book paper. This is really fun. But let me show you the negative. So this means it underfoiled a little bit. Okay, so that means it needed to heat up just a little bit more. And it could have been the book paper, but I don't think it was. I think it just needed to heat up a little bit more. So this is what underfoiling looks like. Overfoiling would have been if some of like around the edges of the image we had foil like going in excess. That would be overfoiling. Okay, so we could try one more time and see. We'll do it on regular paper. I do love that book page. And I don't mind if it underfoils or overfoils. It's not bad. It's just like if you're going for, I guess it depends on what you're trying to do. But I still use them all. I think they're fun. They can be used in lots of different ways. So it's just like when you're doing anything, gel printing or I thought I had more of that paper. One second. I'm going to get a piece of the mixed media paper. I'm going to have to ask for a new book soon. My book's almost empty. I'm just going to tear a piece off that's big enough for this, just so we can work quickly. Okay, so I'm going to reseat this and take this off of here. Okay, so you just, ooh, this is a little too heavy. Where's my... I don't have enough room for all this stuff. Okay, here's my little silicone pad. So we're going to put this plate on there, and then we're going to seat this again. So pushing it back into the thing, and then we're going to wait until it says platform is ready again. Okay, and we'll do one more. Michelle, hi, how are you? So glad you're here. We're playing with foil today. So while this is waiting, I can get the next piece ready here. We're gonna just stick with the rainbow because that's the only one I brought over. And I'm gonna cut another piece. So as we're going through, if anyone has questions about anything, let me know. Or if you have some foil and you're like, I don't know which one this is or how to use it, let me know. I'm happy to help. Okay, we're getting more foil. We got more paper. Let me put this away, and then we're waiting for it to say platform ready. Okay. Okay, we got more foil. I've got my paper here. So remember, you got to get all the parts ready so that they're ready to go when it's time. I am going to cut this paper down a little bit so that it fits a little bit better. And let's see if we can try this one more time. Okay, so paper and foil are ready to go. We got our pretty rainbow. Foil, oh boy, this is total first for me. Yeah, this is a good one. So I'm glad that this is recorded too, so you can go back and watch it. And I have a few foil videos I have planned for 2026 for YouTube, just like pre-recorded, because it's such a big topic. The platform says it's ready, so we're going to put our plate back on here, and I'm definitely going to cover it this time because we didn't. I'm going to do both plates, and then we're going to set our timer, and we're going to let it sit for a minute because it wasn't quite hot enough. Okay, that's why we got that underfoiling. And let me show you what that looks like again in case you missed it. So the underfoiling just means like not all of that image transferred. But isn't this a fun plate? Very excited. Yeah, so definitely go back and rewatch this. The first thing we did was, in case and I'm not sure when you joined, but we had some foil flakes, and anything that's sticky, it will stick to. Okay, so we did this. We had some cutout shapes, and then this is just double-sided tape, like a roll of it, and I put a little piece on, and then we just put the foil on. And so that can be really easy, fun, quick way to add foil to any kind of project. Let me get a drink of water. Where's my water? So we're waiting for the timer, and then I think for this one, because it's such a big plate and there's such a large surface that is being foiled, I'm going to let it, so the timer light just stayed on. We're going to let it sit for just another second or two before we run it through. And again, remember what I said, like you just have to sort of play with your machine, figure out what the right timing and all that stuff is. And, you know, what paper works best and all that kind of stuff. But it's fun. It's just fun to experiment and play. Okay, so we'll take our plate covers off. So we've got the sandwich is the plate, the foil with the color side down. Okay, and then your paper goes on top of that. And then your cloudy plate, which is called a thin shim. And then your top plate, which is called the spacer pad. Okay, and then we're gonna just, so there's a handle down here at the bottom you can't really see. I'm just pulling straight out. Don't try to angle and pull it out. Just pull it straight out until it's out of that connector. And then you're going to take this whole plate system, including the heated part, and run it through your machine. And then the heat and the pressure is what transfers the foil onto your surface. Okay, and then I just bring it back. I don't fully click it back into place until I'm ready to start foiling again, because that will just start the heat building up. I take off my two plates, pull up my paper. Ooh, I'm excited. This is promising. Okay, let's see what we get. Ooh, it's still a little bit underfoiled. That's crazy. So this one really needs a lot of extra time. So we're not going to do it again, but that is what we've got. So see how it underfoiled again, and we left it on longer. So paper maybe does matter, but look at how fun this pattern is. Isn't that fun? So large plates probably just need more time, and that's a good thing to know. This is not a fail. This is just learning, a learning process and a learning experience. This is a very large plate with big coverage. Okay, so if you have something like this, just know when the timer goes off, maybe you do the timer twice and try it that way and see what works. So that's how this process works. Okay. Any questions on that? Just let me know. I'm going to put this off to the side so it can cool. And we're going to put the glimmer away. And then we're going to move on to the last type of foiling. That rainbow foil is so pretty. I love it too. There's so many different kinds of foil too, and we're going to talk about that next with the deco foil, because deco foil is a toner foil, and this is the other type of foiling that we can do. So we got really 3 different ways that we can foil. All right, let me put this one aside. Machine down here. Okay, and now we've got to get the big boy out. So I have the original Mink. It's from Heidi Swapp. It's very large. It does 12 by 12 or 12 by 12. And they don't make this one anymore. This is like probably 10 years old. I think they do have a newer version that's like for 8.5 by 11. It's smaller and a little bit shorter. But you can also just get a laminator. Okay, laminator works fine as well. You just need to make sure it's going to get hot enough. So I love my mink. I was so excited when this first came out. I remember, gosh, it had to be at least 10 years. I don't know exactly how long, but it's been a while. So the mink works. So I'm going to show you how this works, but obviously whatever machine you have, you need to just follow its instructions. And it probably will work a little bit different than this does. If you notice on top, it's kind of hard to see, but there are numbers 0 through 5. And this button, when I turn it on, oh, that's not the on button. Okay, there we go. When I turn it on, it's going to start to heat up to 0. If I press again, it goes 1. I usually go 3. 3 is good for what we're going to do right now, which is foil onto paper. These are temperature settings. So 5 would be if you're going to foil onto like leather or fabric or something like that. A thicker material, I guess. Okay. Michelle said, I have some Ranger foil sheets that I got at the dollar sale last year. I'm going to start with this. Okay. Ranger foil sheets. Can you post a picture of that in the group? So I can help you know which foiling process to use, unless you already know. If you have questions about it, post it in the group, because I don't think I've ever used Ranger foil sheets, so I'm not sure what type of foiling that is, but I would love to know. Okay, so these are mink. Look at it, it's ready already. That was really fast. Now this one, you don't have to foil right away when it's ready. This one is just, it's ready now, and we can use it whenever we want. It's got rollers in it, and this basically what is happening is toner. So we've got, these are letters with polka dots, and the black part is toner, and the white obviously is not. So wherever there's black, it's going to foil. Okay. So should we pick, maybe we can make a project out of this. Here we've got J. Can we find Joy? Ooh, there's a Y. We could do a little tag with Joy on it or something. I don't know if we have time for a full project, but we could do something quick and simple. Is this an O? Yes, look it, I found Joy. Okay, we're gonna do this, okay? And I've got some different foils here, but also I could get different ones if we want other colors. So, I'm not gonna put that away now. So you can't use the glimmer foil on this. It won't work. Ooh, this is making my lights flicker. Can you guys see that? Yes, you can. I think this machine is drawing so much power. It's got to be because my lights are flickering. Let's do this fast. Okay, so 2 things we're going to foil with this one, and then we will make a project out of whatever we've made. So the mink comes with these transfer sheets. They're basically just like to transfer through the thing. So let's get some foil out here. We can do green for this. And then we'll do one more thing because I want to show you what you can do with my product. This is a really beautiful one. It almost looks like a watercolor effect on here. So we're just going to put this one through, and I'm just going to, am I going to do this? Yes, I am. We're just going to run it through just like this. Okay. And you don't need anything else. Now, if you're using a laminator and you don't have these transfer sheets, you can just use, I know, I don't want to blow a fuse. I'm very hopeful. We're going to do this one and see how it goes. It is really strange. My lights are flickering. It makes me feel like there's spirits in here. There aren't. It's just the mink. I didn't realize she would draw that much power. All right. As soon as this is done, I'm going to switch which plug it's going into. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, if you have a regular laminating machine and you don't have these transfer sheets, this plastic thing, don't worry about that. Just use copy paper. It works just fine. Okay. We're waiting. I'm going to plug in somewhere else. I also don't want to mess up my lights. Okay, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off and I'm gonna plug it in somewhere else. Ooh, that was crazy. All right, let's see. This is plugged into a different location. I'm sorry. Ooh, how do I do it? Hold on. I know. I'm really sorry about this. You guys are gonna be fine. I want to show you one more thing because it's so much fun. It's for a good cause. We'll see how it goes. Hope it doesn't break anything. Might have to get a laminator, draw less power. This machine is like a decade old, so I don't know if that makes a difference either. But okay, we're gonna try again. You still with me? Are we good? Whew. That was a little scary, but also really exciting. Okay, so this is off for a minute, okay? Because I want to show you this. So now look at, we can already see the letters. It's so fun. Oh, foiling is addictive. So yeah, so if you don't have this kind of machine, you can try to go find the Mink. I know they released one last year. I don't know if it's still around, but you can also just go get a laminator and do the same thing and use some copy paper and you can foil till your heart's content. So here we go. You ready to see? Ooh, look at that. Oh, I love it so much. Here, I gotta rub it so it gets off of where there were some polka dots in here that did not have toner on them, so they will not pick up the foil because there's nothing sticky to stick to. See that? I mean, seriously, how do you not love this? I don't even understand. Look it. Oh, okay, we'll make something with this. I just want to roll the foil off of the little dots. Look at how cute. Okay, so this is the other type of foiling. I would say this one is pretty reliable because, you know, it's just sticking to toner. And if you have a machine, it knows what to do already. So that's great. So we'll put Joy out of the way. All right. Last thing we're going to do with this baby, if it lets me. Let me put this away because I want to get a different color of foil. Oh no, there's two more things we're going to do. Okay, one is with the machine and one is with no machine. Okay, there's so many things. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, we're okay. We got time for all the things. So let me put this foil away. Trying to be good. So I have two more foils here. So one is, this is one of my favorites of all time. This is Decofoil, and it is called, is it going to tell me? I think it's like rainbow shattered glass. Okay, let me just show you the magicalness of this. Rainbow shattered glass. You guys, look at this. Oh, it's so good. Look at it. It's amazing. They do the shattered glass in several different things. Here we've got some that are started. Maybe we'll try to use those. Like several different colorways. Shattered glass is probably my favorite. It's so, so good. All right, let's see if we can make this machine do one more thing for me without losing power. And then the other one that we'll use in a minute with the last way that I want to show you, if I can get this lid off here. Here we go. They have a bunch that are holographic. So this one is called Prince Periwinkle, but it is holographic. If you can see, ooh, can you see? I don't know if you can. Oh, there, look at that. Ooh, it's crazy. Hold on, let me see. It's really a lot better in person. It's not coming through. The lights and stuff, you know, are always weird. But it's got like, yeah, there, you can kind of see the rainbow, can you? Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Look at this. And this holographic comes in lots of colors as well. So go have a look, find Decofoil. Lots of places sell it. It's really amazing stuff. It's my favorite. Okay. Oh my gosh, I need that. I know, right? It's so much fun. I can't even stand it. So the thing I'm most excited to share with you today is that my Durlar prints can be foiled. And it is the most exciting thing I've ever learned because because it's mine. So we're going to use, we'll try to do 2. Let's see, but we can do them at the same time. Hold on. Let's do some words. I want to do 1 on the matte and 1 on clear. Okay, so we'll just pick these because these are the first ones I found from my stash. And so we've got the clear words and we've got matte Duralar print with the print. Okay, and we're just going to do the shattered glass for both of them. So I'm going to get them ready. And let me just cut this down. It's so magical. I can't wait for you to see this. Okay, so that is good. And then we'll do this. We'll do it this way and we'll just do a couple layers. So let's cut these separate so that we can do all 4 of them. Isn't this exciting? Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. All right, here we go. Get ready to have your mind blown. So I'm going to put these in here and then we'll let it heat up. I'm a little bit scared, but I can't help it. We're going to do it anyway. So the other thing I like about this system is that like I can put a bunch of stuff in all with different foil. The other thing I need to point out that I forgot to mention the last time we foiled was that for this version of foiling, we have our print. This is toner, right? So that's why it works. Our toner print goes facing up and our foil goes facing up. So we see the colored side so that it can stick to the toner from the other side. Does that make sense? So the other one, we had to flip it over. This one, we want to see the color facing up. And that's a very important distinction. If you do it the other way, it just won't stick. So no big deal. You could run it through again, but you know, better do it right the first time. Okay, so now we've got all of these with some color on them. Oops, this guy moved a little bit. Here we go. So pretty. All right, so now let's cross your fingers for me. Okay, I think we're okay for now. I might have to retire this machine and get a different one. We're just gonna wait for that light to turn green. And you saw it didn't take very long, so we'll just talk amongst ourselves for a moment. There we go. How fast is that? All right, ready? Uh-oh. Nope, we're good. The lights flickered for a second, but I think it was just trying to trick me. So this takes a minute to run through, but I'm just sitting here. I'm not doing anything. It's no big deal. What I do is if I'm going to foil, I get a bunch of stuff ready and lay it all out. And then I just foil, foil, foil. These also come in, well, they did. It's if you can find them. I don't think they sell them anymore. But they come in 12 by 12 sheets, which you can't even see the whole thing. It's a 12 by 12 sheet, trust me. Because, you know, I think they had like bigger projects and paper, like 12 by 12 paper for scrapbooking that you could foil on, stuff like that. So but the 12 by 12 is nice because you could just put a whole bunch of stuff in all at once and this will work with that. And then you just get it all done right away. And I have one more thing to tell you about this type of foiling. I don't know if we're going to do it, but I'm going to tell you about it. Oh, they're starting to flicker. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. There we go. Okay, turn it off. There we go. Let me unplug it so that we're good. I'm a little scared. 1 second, guys. And then I'm going to move out of the way too because it's big and taking up space. And we're gonna make a project now because we did all our foiling. And then we're gonna see the reveal is my favorite part, of course. Okay, sorry. I just have stuff everywhere. I need to not have an avalanche. There we go. My sweet mink baby. Really love that machine. It is such a good one. Okay, here we go. So let's see what we got from this round. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Eee! Look look at this. My designs in foil. I'm unboxing my Gina K Fuse machine as we speak. Oh, does she have a foil machine as well? Oh, I need to see this. I'm going to have to go look it up. I didn't know about that. Okay, I'll go look that up. Let me know if you have questions. I would love to help you. But look at this, you guys. I can't stand it. I love it so much. All right, here's another one. More words in this shattered glass rainbow goodness. So good. And look at how wonderfully it foils. It's perfect. You need some Duralar prints and you need some deco foil. I'm not even kidding. Look at this. Look at this. Sorry, I'm so excited. Leopard print in rainbow shattered glass. I mean, for real. Are you kidding me? Look at how perfect it is. There's no missed spots. Come on. It's amazing. And then look at, I have the negative. Okay. So if you have a toner sheet, you can take the negative, or if you have the thing I'm about to show you, you can use your negative and do it as well, right? So this is another way to use those. So don't throw your negatives away. I can make another video on that as well, because that is another process. So here's all the different toner things we've done, or excuse me, the foil things we've done so far. We've got our joy and our beautiful other things. We have our, where'd they go? Oh, they're hiding. We have our foil flakes that we did. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I'm very excited. I love it so much. You got it as part of her annual sale. That looks incredible on your words. Yeah, right. I love it. Especially, ooh, I didn't really plan that, but pink and purple. Hello. Okay, the last way to foil that I want to show you, and we can maybe put some of this stuff together in a little project or something. So I have this stuff. It's just like shiny. Can you see? Shiny pattern, but it's clear. Like if I just put it down here, you can't really see it. There are two different types of gels that will work here. The left side here I did with Decofoil Transfer Gel, so you can see the name there. And the right side with the stars, I did Tacky and Dry Gel Medium. This is from Crafters Workshop. This is from Decofoil, okay? They both work the same way. This is a 2-ounce tub. This is a 4-ounce tub. So whichever one you can find, whichever one you would like to try. I highly recommend this because now you can take your stencil designs, which is what I did here. I think I put my stencils away, but I just put the stencil down, got my palette knife, brushed, spread the transfer gel through like I would any kind of paste or gel or whatever, and then clean my stencil right away and then let it sit and dry. Okay. And I did this like 2 hours ago or something, hour and a half, whatever, so that it would be dry and ready to go. So this one is called Tacky When Dry because, where's my other foil? Here we go. We're going to use this holographic one now. Let me get some out here. Just need a little bit. This is such a pretty color. Okay, so we're gonna just get a little strip. Now, the reason that this foil works, but this foil doesn't, is because this foil sticks to sticky things. And toner, when it's hot, it kind of melts and gets sticky, and that's why it works. Okay, if you want to know like the science kind of behind it. So I'm gonna first put this over here and I'm gonna rub with, I've got a bone folder. You could use a credit card, you could use your finger, whatever you want, but we're gonna just rub. Hold on. Okay. And we're going to lift. Oh my gosh. Wow, look at this. Now we have, oh, look how pretty. Oh man, that's so good. So this one works because it's tacky when it's dry and the foil sticks to the tacky. I was thinking this one worked the same, but now that they're dry, I realize it doesn't. And here's what we're gonna do. We have to plug our thing back in. And I'm sorry, I forgot. I was thinking they were the same, but they're not. They're similar because they're both like here, I'll just show you what they look like. They just look like a gel, a white gel, and they're creamy and they're smooth and they go on really easily, and you use them with stencils. This one you don't need a machine for. You just need your stencil or whatever you're doing. Gosh, isn't that pretty? Oh man, that's beautiful. This one I forgot, we do need to run it through. Okay, so let's just do it real quick because I want to show you what it looks like. So if you don't have a toner image, right? A toner printed image, or you used all of your Duralar prints from Cassie and you need, or you want a different image. I'm just joking around. Then you can use any of your stencils, or you can just do, sorry to shake you. I'm so sorry. I forgot this one needed laminator. We'll get there quickly. So it's already on the paper, right? So then we're just going to get another piece of this purple so you can see it even bigger because it's so gorgeous. And so now you can use all your stencil images. I also just like did a swoosh of tone of the glue, the Decofoil glue. All right, they're always so hard to, they're unruly. Let's see, I want to make sure I have enough. Okay, there we go, we're good. All right, and then I get my carrier sheet, which for you could just be a piece of paper again. And we're gonna put this on here and run it through. Am I good? I gotta make sure I'm all inside. Okay, then we run this one through and we wait. Sorry, this is the last one. All right, let's see. Robin said, if you have your foil all together and they're not in the wrappers anymore, is there a way to tell which one is heat activated, which isn't, other than trying them? Oh, so you just have them all like jumbled in a pile? I don't think there is. Let's see. I think you just get a little strip and you try it. And if it works, then do the full thing. But let's see. This is the one for heat transfer. And this is the one for toner transfer. You really can't tell the difference. So, but you'll know when you try to run it through. If you have this one and you try to run it through here and it doesn't work, then you're like, oh, that belongs in the other one. I would definitely, for this particular thing, try to keep it in its original packaging. Or if you want to take it out of its packaging, because I understand the packaging is not fun, right? If you're taking it out, then I would have 2 separate containers, you know, something like that, to keep them separate, because I don't think there's a way to tell the difference. So sorry about that, but okay, here we go. Let's just open this one. So this is, I'm going to just show you. So this is Decofoil. Okay, so we still have to run it through the laminator, but we don't have to have toner. This is cool. I did the swoosh. Ooh, so freaking good. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Oh, it's so good. And look at, I had extra on my palette knife, so I just swooshed it so I could try. And look, I even got like a fun swooshy pattern. So you can do whatever you want, really. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I love foil so much. I can't even tell you. Okay, so there we go. So this is Decofoil. Run it through the machine, but use it with your stencils or whatever you want. This is also used with your stencils. No machine required. It's tacky when dry. Okay? That's the difference. All right. Now I can for sure put this away officially for the second time. Wonderful. Okay. Any other questions about foil? Well, we put something together. I've got a big old mess here and it's glorious. I wish I had the whole day to just keep foiling because that's what I want to do now. Once I start, I get this bug in me and then I just want to I have like a million ideas. Oh, it's so pretty. It's like glass kind of. I don't know. Anyway, okay. We're gonna do a quick little thing. We got Joy. Maybe Joy could be on some leopard print. I don't know. I need a drink of water. Too fun. It is hard, and I get what you're saying about not being in wrappers because like you have this, right? And then you have to try to like get it back in this tube and you're like, yeah, right. That's you know, it's hard to do. What I do, I will even save this because there's a part here and I could do the negative. I will roll this out, just a tip for putting it back. So you have this one I already used some of. And make sure that's all I'm gonna put in here. No, I can do this one too. And then just kind of line it up and then roll it and roll it really tight, but like without creasing, because you don't want to crease this either, because that can sort of make it not work as well. And it's not going to be perfect, but roll it up really tight and then put it in the tube and then kind of tap it so it goes down more, and then you can get your lid back on, and that kind of works. But if you're like, yeah, forget about this tube, I don't like this, then get like a plastic envelope or something, or maybe even like a zip tie, zipper bag or whatever, and then write a label on it. And that would be the easiest way, I think, to do it and make sure that you know what kind of foil you have. So yeah, those would be my tips for storing. Anyway, Robin said, I bought an expensive laser printer so I could foil a bunch of images I like. I really do love the effects of, yeah, that's a great idea. Yep. So any laser print will work because that's toner. That's exactly right. Thanks for sharing that. That's amazing. All right, let's get a quick tag. How much time? We're almost out of time, but I don't know if I want to tag because that feels small. Let's see. I have these things in here. 1 second. Used ones. Oh, we have this. We can do this. I don't know if you have time for this, but we could take an extra minute maybe. You know, it would be fun. I just thought of this and there's definitely not time for it. But if you put some of this tacky when dry, or the other one, maybe not that one, because I don't know if you can put something this thick through the laminator, but maybe the tacky when dry, put it all over this and then foil your background. Ooh, that would be fun. Okay. We're not doing that today. We're just going to real quick paint this with some paint. And we're going to let it be like a light turquoisey color. So we're going to mix white and turquoise. I'm really going like real off the cuff, like easy and quick and not thinking about it at all. Okay, so if this turns out to be a disaster, so be it. And then we're getting our brush. Try to move stuff out of the way. Here we go. Ooh, it's very, very crunchy. And we're just going to move this paint around. And we're going to add some white into it so it's not just all one color. A little bit of tones. But we also don't care because we're just covering a surface. Okay. And look at how quickly I covered this. There was extra. It's fine. We're just making a little fun little art project. We don't have a lot of time. We will go over a little bit here today, but it's fun. It's Saturday. I hope you're having a good Saturday. What are you going to do today? Do people have plans? Are you going to be crafty, or you got chores to do, shopping? What's going on for you today? Just doing the edges so it looks a little bit nicer. And then I'm gonna have to clean up this excess because there's a lot of paint on here. I put a little bit too much paint. happens so easily. This Royal Talons paint is so good, but and it's so so thick. You know what I mean? It's just, it lets you do stuff in one coat most of the time, which is amazing. Okay, here we go. Just getting any like little spots where there's too much paint. Okay, and put the rest on the paper so we can use it somewhere, and we'll clean it up. All right, I'm gonna move this so that it doesn't stick to it. Keeping things moving here. Ooh, it would be really fun to foil on tissue paper, and then, you know, do the tissue paper technique where we take like matte medium or the Mod Podge transfer spray stuff, and then stick it down so it looks like glitters just on your project. That would be amazing. Bye, Michelle. Have a great day. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Got to finish the Christmas decorating. Oh, Tish. All right. Well, that's fun. I hope that you have fun doing that. Just making a mess. This is a pretty surface to work on. Okay, I think that's dry. That was nice and quick. I'm just gonna wipe this down because I feel like it's just making a mess, and I don't want it to get on the project, but I think there's also some on the back here. Trying to keep it nice and neat-ish. Okay. Here we go, all better. Okay, so I really want the joy. My fingers are super dirty. And we're just going to be a little bit crazy here, okay? Because we're just playing with fun foil. So I could do joy right here. This is going to be our focal point. Look at how adorable that is. I love it. Look at, ooh, that's so pretty. Okay. And then I definitely am using this because, hello. And I'm just going to maybe trim around some of the edges. Not all the way, but just like, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to be yet, but it's just going to be a little background thing. I know that this doesn't really go with joy. I mean, it goes with joy for me, I guess. So who cares? I don't want this end piece, so we'll just save that for something else. And yeah, I'm just going to cut, keep it kind of organic looking. Okay, good enough. And then maybe it's going to go behind it somewhere. I don't know. Let's see. Ooh, I might have to cut around the edges. Maybe it could just be like on the side. Is that way too silly and crazy? Maybe it's going to be behind it. What if I do a strip? I mean, I don't want it to look ridiculous, but I also think that it needs to be in here somehow. Itchy head. Ugh, hold on. Tomorrow we're meeting really early. So maybe I'll just do little bits and pieces here and there. So yeah, I think it's gonna probably be at 9, but watch for the link. Because I do have family Christmas tomorrow in the mid-afternoon. So we'll need to get the live done early, and then I can get ready and go see my family, which I'm very excited about. Got to wrap some presents today for some nieces and nephews. All right. Fun. You just do little strips, maybe. I think that's all because the rest is kind of like tiny pieces. Okay. So that's going to be like that somehow, just behind there. I don't know. Maybe up and down. Maybe this way. I'm way overthinking this. I realize that. Just hang with me for a second. Adding a bit of joy. Okay. And then let's see, we've got some X's. This is the craziest joy sign I ever made. All right. I'm going to just cut out a couple of individuals here. I really don't like fussy cutting, but here we are. The color of this one is called Periwinkle. And I would say that's pretty accurate. It feels a little bit more purple than blue. Periwinkle to me is kind of a bluish purple, but I think it's more of a lilac really, but it's really pretty. And the holographicness of it is spectacular. Let's get two more. We'll just do 3 of these just to incorporate some little bits of all the things we've done. Show you different ways you could use your foil pieces. I like to foil a lot for cards. So if I'm doing, yeah, like some kind of greeting card, especially for a holiday or something, that's really fun. It just adds a little extra something to your project, and it's really easy to do, you know, for the impact that it has and the like lack of effort that is required, you know, it makes it really worth it to me. And I think that's why I love it so much, because anybody could do this. Anybody can foil and be successful and have a really great, you know, outcome, which is my goal. And it looks like you know what you're doing, you know, like it was hard to do or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's why I like foiling, I think, and it's just pretty. And I like shiny things. Okay, we got 3 of these. So I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. One's up here, and maybe one's over here, and 2 are over here, or something like that. Okay. All right, that's good. Do we want any stars? I don't think so. Let me look at these. It'd be like a strip of stars, and I don't feel like that. And what about this? I don't really feel like this fits either. We're going to go with this. Okay. I really don't like this behind here, but I don't know how else to use it. And I feel like it's required. So what if we just put it in the middle? You guys are like, man, Cassie needs to hurry up. All right, we're just gonna do joy. I don't know if this fits. It's feeling weird to me. Okay, let me stick this down. We're gonna use, we're going into wood. So I'm gonna use the 3D matte gel because, oh, that's good. Okay. Because it's on wood, so we don't want to mess around. Let me get my little palette knife. We're almost done. I'm going to do a really thin layer though, because this is paper and I don't want it to buckle or anything. I just want to make sure it's stuck down really well. Okay, and we'll start with joy. Put it right in the middle. Boom. And then we'll do the Y. Same thing. We're almost there. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Saturday morning, especially right before Christmas. That is a very valuable time, and I appreciate you. Okay, make sure we get it on all these spots so it doesn't accidentally come up there. All right, here we go, joy. I like when the letters overlap a little. That's kind of fun. And it's foiled. Foiling is fun. All right. Okay, that looks pretty good. Nice. Oh, this stuck to me. Okay, so now we stick these little guys. Do do do. These are cute. They almost look like stars, kind of. A little bit, anyway. And right there. You could even put like a little rhinestone in the middle of them. That would be pretty. And I like the purple against the green and the turquoisey color. That's really fun. There we go. And I just don't know. These don't really fit anywhere. But I'm definitely going to use them because they're gorgeous. Okay, well, I think we're done for today. Oh, we have this too. Maybe I can use this with that and do something different. I forgot about these guys. So we did lots of foiling and it was lots of fun. And we learned about different ways of foiling. We learned about using the flakes and sticky things to foil anything that's sticky. And also then the flakes would work with the tacky when dry. Don't forget that because this is sticky when it's dry too. We worked with the glimmer machine. Oh, we have these. We have to use these. Okay. We worked with the glimmer machine and this awesome plate here. And we learned about heat foiling, right? Which is different than toner foiling. And so much fun. So share any foiling projects you have. Let me get the screen turned around. Hi. Share any foiling projects you have in the group. If you did your carving for the day, sorry we didn't use this. Maybe I'll make a different project using this and some of the other foiling pieces that we have. But yeah, this is really fun. I love foiling. I think it's so much fun. And here's a fun, quick little project we did with all of our beautiful foiling. And if you have any questions or you like forget something or whatever, just let me know and I'll help you out with it. Very pretty. Thank you for the fun ideas and love to know all the different ways to foil. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Have a wonderful Saturday and